Hey y'all, Nerd in Texoma here. Another wonderful episodes in store for y'all, or at least passable. I mean, today I'm going to be talking about and showcasing something that, the collectors out there that collect Transformers that watch this show, y'all might want. If not, for your kids, grandkids, neighbors' kids, friends' kids, this is a pretty decent figure and not too expensive, too. These days, prices on the deluxe Transformers are getting completely out of hand, in my opinion. $25 for a deluxe figure, which is, an average-sized car. I mean, now this is a little bit on the small side of things, but yeah, this is approximately a deluxe-sized figure. It's one of the smaller ones, but I mean, so imagine something slightly bigger than that for $25, when about 10 years ago that would go for about $10. Yeah, a little bit rough. Today, like I say, this is a cheaper figure aimed more at the kids, but it has styling which calls back to and looks like the G1 version of this figure. And this one is $10, and it's much larger. Now these are often going to be found at stores like Family Dollar, Dollar General, I hate to say cheaper retailers like that, but this isn't going to be like standard Walmart or Target stuff that you'd find. Now the quality on it is decent. I mean, it is a cheaper figure, so it is a little bit gappy. It doesn't completely fit together perfectly in vehicle mode. It could be that I just have a bad copy, or it could be a flaw in the figure. It has very limited paint applications on it, but it is fairly detailed. The figure I'm talking about today is Wheeljack. Now this is very similar to his original Generation 1 incarnation. I forget the actual name of the race car company that this car is based on, but this is the vehicle form of the Generation 1 Wheeljack. Of course, there's some liberties taken with the vehicle to make it a Transformer. Like I say, since it is one of the cheaper figures, you'll see like on the back the panels there don't line up exactly. I mean, if you push them they will, but then as soon as you release pressure on it, they just pop back and revert back to how it was. Like I say, again, I'm not sure if that's because my copy is somewhat defective, but it may just be that it's a cheaper mold. But this is still a pretty damn good figure in my opinion. Like I say, in vehicle mode, he is missing all of his racing decals and everything like that. He's just got these stripes, painted windshield, and the painted back windshield, and that's it. But figure-wise, he's a good figure. He's easy to transform, and again, This could be an issue with just mine. It could be with all of them in this mold. But on mine, when I transform him, sometimes these arms will pop out of their ball joint there. I mean, you can see just this quickly how this figure transforms and comes into robot mode. Trying to do this where y'all can see it and me not totally go nuts off screen here or something. But just that quickly, we have Wheeljack in robot mode. And again, I mean, this is a fairly detailed, fairly nice, fairly accurate G1 Wheeljack figure in a cheap form for 10 bucks. I mean, this looks fairly decent. I mean, yes, when you get upon closer inspection, I mean, you can see his legs are completely hollow there. So are the insides of his arms, completely hollow. I mean, he is a very lightweight figure, but that being said, I mean, he has lots of articulation. He has his elbow joint there, which, if you're careful, you can get a little bit of range of motion on that. You know, he's not just stuck at, see, that's what I'm talking about, where the shoulder ball joint is kind of weak and just easily pops out. But I mean, you can move the arm up and down. You can move the leg forward like he's kicking. You can, this is kind of tight, but you can do that like he's stepping on something. You can, you know, put the other leg up like he's sitting on something. You can do the splits like that, or kick out. He has foot articulation, so you can move his foot around. I mean, he is fairly flexible for a cheap figure, which is an amazing thing these days. And he doesn't look like complete garbage in either mode. I mean, some racing decals would do wonders for this figure. I've got some generic like remote control truck decals that I'm just going to put on here, ones that are kind of generic to racing vehicles, just to kind of spice it up a little bit. You know, I know, again, it won't be accurate. I won't have his number on the side door there or anything like that, but it'll just make him look that much better, just a little bit. But yeah, again, for the collector, for someone who just remembers Wheeljack from their childhood and wants another one now and doesn't want to plop down the 50 or 60 bucks for the knockoff of the G1 figure, doesn't want to plop down the hundreds for a complete original G1 figure, you know, doesn't want to put a lot of work or thought into it, basically, and doesn't want to spend a lot of money, check your local Dollar General or Family Dollar stores. Let's say for 10 bucks, you can have this fairly accurate G1 inspired desk bot in your collection, or for the kids in your life, like say your kids, your grandkids, neighbors' kids, whoever. Pretty decent figure. Alright, y'all, Nerd in Texoma. See y'all next time. Bye.